Very well.
To think I was scared of a bloody drow. Should have known better. We had you.
Moving ahead.
You saved us. I wasn't sure we'd make it through.
I'm glad you came through it alive. We owe you more than we can repay.
We survived. Who would have thought? Should have taken that bet, my friend. I'd owe you big once we got to Baldur's Gate.
The goblins look so small. Hard to believe I was ever afraid of them.
When I heard they had a drow, gods, but I can't believe we did it. You did it.
Can't slow down.
Remember, stay near the center of the group, all right? No wandering off.
We did it.
All 3 leaders dead. A magnificent showing. The bards will carry your praises across Faerun, hell, across all of Toril. And I'll be leading the songs. The drow took Mizora, so we push forward till we find her. If we're lucky, someone can pluck out these brain bugs on the way. Lae'zel's people might get it done. Gods know she sounds sure of it.
I'm glad you didn't die. No discounts once I'm running the wider Baldur's Gate, mind.
And you do not stop for anything.
Mattis says we should say thank you.
I guess things are already better.
Don't know why everyone's cheering. We're just going back on the road.
Gods, it seems we might actually make it to the city now. Hope the neighbors are a bit more welcoming.
Still alive. Still alive. Thank you.
Don't need to break camp fast, remember?
We did it. Come on. Give me a kiss.
Hold still.
If there's fighting, you run.
I'll
and
kiss
do
you
not
when you've
stop.
stopped bleeding, you lummox.
I'm your lummox.
Yes, you are. Now, stop squirming.
Elturel didn't want us, and those druids sure as hell didn't either. But you risked your life for us.
You saved us! Just like Baldy Ron! I told you I wasn't afraid. Those goblins look tiny.
Remember, Stay near the center.
It smells bad out here. I want to go home. Bill. I'll kiss you when you've stopped bleeding, you lummox. Yes, you are. Now, stop.
I left my sword in the cave. Don't tell, but I don't want to touch it again.
Bah! At your age, I'd already spilled my own cousin's blood. Face your fear, or it will devour you.
Everyone looks so tired. You should have let me help.
For anything.
I've got it!
We made it somehow. Now we just need to get to Baldur's Gate.
I won't. I'm not 10 anymore.
Don't I know it? But there's 2 more boxes after this one.
That was too close. Timora, smile on us.
Downstream.
Very well.
One sorrow ended, the next soon to begin.
We didn't die today. Tomorrow, perhaps, but not today. Thanks to you.
Baldur's Gate, we're coming.
What do you think of opening a cart in Baldur's Gate?
Remember, stay near the center of the group, all right?
A cart?
No wandering off.
Like on the street?
Exactly. Noble types won't want a tiefling cooking for them. For common folk.
A cart sounds fine, but do I have to haul it around?
Until we make the coin for a proper ox, maybe. Back to worrying about road rations it is. So many mouths to feed, but, well, that's not a bad problem to have. Thank you, truly.
We couldn't have held them back on our own. Thank you.
All that fuss and for what? I barely call that a fight.
Glad to see some goblin blood spilled for a change. Was sick of running from those rats.
Of course, it's a big city. Lots of
The road to Baldur's Gate will be easy compared to that. Thanks. For keeping these people safe. For keeping us safe.
I guess things are already better. I've learnt a lot.
There we
go. By the trees. I don't know what I dreaded more. The goblins or being stuck here with Korga for the rest of my days. But you've solved both those problems in one go. As am I. And I'm sure those poor refugees would quite agree.
Have to keep going.
In nocte concilium.
corpse regards you lifelessly.
Minthara Adept House Bane Ray. Raiding, hunting, the Absolute's will. God, everything, the future. Moonrise Towers.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
Breathe deep and move.
Shah's blessings upon you. Wouldn't you be in my place? If there's even the slightest chance that Shah worshippers remain within our reach, we should try and find them. Even if they're all long gone, and that seems quite likely from what we know, who knows what they may have left behind for us to use? My people are nothing if not resourceful. Quite the understatement, but yes, I have it. And I'll guard it with my life. It's called faith. Duty. It doesn't have to add up to me as long as I serve. I'm part of a bigger plan. One that will be revealed in time. I told you already. I surrendered my memories for the sake of the mission. Shah's secrets must be protected. Duty demands it. Once I fulfill my mission, I can have my memories restored. That's not a luxury open to many people, us included. I have my faith to turn to instead. You should find something of your own.
If there's fighting, you run, and you do not stop. For anything.
Don't waste a step.
You took it upon yourself to undertake the Rite of Thorns. I ought to exile you from this place. Forever. Instead, I shall listen to the explanation that you owe me.
An error, most grave master. I beg your grace.
Grace is bestowed by nature, not me. you will stay as a novice anew. You have forgotten the ways of the Druids, the natural order of things. It is up to you to prove the lessons have been learned once more.
So as you say. And so it is done, Master.
She shows great insolence. But time will humble her. And the Grove still needs her. You will soon see why. But enough of that for now. I owe you my thanks. The Grove stands. Nature prevails. And again, I am in your debt. Speak to Wrath. He will reward you for your efforts. Please ask. Though I can't guarantee you'll like the answers about that place. You'll need to pick up where Aradin left off. Find the hidden entrance. It's somewhere in the Saluna Temple ruins, from what I've heard. Precisely. Then perhaps I could have done something. About both the Shadow Curse and Ceremorphosis aberrations. But in my eagerness, I put far too much faith in the abilities of Aradin and his band. We didn't even get close. Those illithid creatures threaten the natural order. It's my duty to do what I can to stop them. There's also the Shadow Curse. It's an affront and must be cleansed. I helped overthrow Cleric Thorm and his Dark Justiciars years ago, but I failed to prevent him from unleashing darkness across the region before he was defeated. I spent years researching the curse, trying to put an end to it. Nothing has worked. Yet. If I can join you and get close to Moonrise, perhaps I can lift this curse. Same as you may find a cure for your infection. Don't worry. I'll see to whatever needs my attention here. It will be safe in my absence now. The journey to Moonrise Towers, and all the dangers that entails. But that's tomorrow's problem. Take some time for yourself tonight. Rest, celebrate. Come morning, I'll be by your side.
Must be on my way. I want to have a word.
This is only the beginning. An army soon crosses the coast. With Halcyon back, at least the Grove might stand a chance. And we've you to thank.
I wonder if the gods are watching me.
I'm tempted to leave with the rest of you, but I can't abandon my home.
I'm not singing your praises. You and the Tieflings brought violence to this place. It wasn't our fight. You dragged us into it.
What path lies before me? If not over, then...
You saved a holy place from desecration. Thank you.
Breathe deep and move.
I didn't think we'd survive the goblins.
I kept imagining the screams, the blood.
These boots have seen everything.
After everything that's happened, you still fought beside us. I don't know if we deserved your help, but I'm glad we got it.
You're testing my patience, Nick.
Goblins at our gates, in our home. Sylvanas, mercy.
How much farther can I go? Moving ahead. Moving in.
I wasn't sure about you at first. Thought you might be trouble. I was very wrong.
Never wanted the easy path.
You're starting to feel like my personal bodyguard. I wish you were.
I should speak up.
You've done it. You brought Wholesome back. Thank you. No, thanks is not enough. May Sylvanas bless you for all your days. I cannot imagine taking on a camp full of goblins was a simple task. As am I. The grove will be whole again. And I promised you a reward, didn't I? Let me show you on your map where you can find the cache. Take this rune. You'll need it. Place it among the pedestals inside our library. When the wolf glows brightest, everything in the vault below will be yours. Come, Silver. Stay close.
Safe. For now.
Come now. He took in those strays and then he just left. He went to make sure those strays could go.
I think it's high time you all left. Our sacred grove has sheltered you enough. The dignity of the grove comes first. It cannot be tended to if its custodians are dead. Besides, you survived. I'll not apologize for my actions. I assure you, the feeling is mutual. Master Halsin's past his prime.
You did this grove a great favor. Now leave the rest to us.
Have to keep going.
I was certain your parasite had taken hold. I'm glad I was wrong. Thank you for saving Master Halsin. For saving my home. For everything. And bloody hells, did we need it. But here, to mend any hurts.
Light on my feet. Swift as my feet can carry me. Cursed to put my hands on everything. Here goes nothing. Well, one day I'll catch a break. Should mind my step. Time to press ahead. A beautiful glaive. So why does touching it give me a knot in my stomach? Swift as my feet can carry me.
Sylvanas be with you, my friend. Oh, by Sylvanas, I just want my bed.
You were stupid to come back. But I'm glad you did.
What a mess. I wonder if the goblins have anything valuable on them.
We're ready to head to your camp. Are you? Excellent. Lead the way.
As you approach the camp, you hear the sound of a celebration in full swing.
I hope you'll pardon them. They meant to wait for you. But it's been some time since they've had cause to celebrate. I'm glad to see they haven't forgotten how. Will you join them? I suppose we could at that. I came out here to think, plan out our next steps. But you're right. The road will still be there in the morning. Come then. I hope you will forgive the pageantry, a custom we developed in Avernus. The sky there is utterly black. We took to filling it with stars of our own, to think of better nights in brighter places. Nights such as this one, with a light for every life you've saved. Oh, yes. Volo also wished to show his appreciation.
The glimmering glow of victory's light, like stones in Shah's black skirt of night, casts shrines to which we all might pray. Our terror has been chased away. Say you've wept and begged and fled, a viper's nest, your only bed. You dream of when your babes might say, our terror has been chased away. A band of strangers, strange and banded, arms to arms and sword in handed, did neither trust nor peace betray. Our terror has been chased away. This band, these strangers, stood and fought, and with their blood our futures bought, that we might live to see bright day. Our terror has been chased away. Our terror, yes, our pain and longing, gone, replaced with sweet belonging. And now a path by God's away. Our terror has been chased away. What secret in a hero's heart unlocks great valor's stellar start? A gift that gives us leave to say, our terror has been chased away. We raise our glasses, hearts and souls, our very lives to those we owe. For though they could have left the fray, their honor was not chased away.
More satisfying than a well-organized wardrobe.
Right. Hearts a quiver.
You know, I never pictured myself as a hero. Never thought I'd be the one they'd toast for saving so many lives. And now that I'm here... I hate it. This is awful. Enjoy myself. There's a worm in my brain, hunters on my trail, and all I've got to drink is wine that tastes like vinegar. By all means, go and enjoy yourself. I'll be here, waiting for the sunrise.
Look at them all. Guzzling poison like we've the right to be happy. Perhaps it'll make the evening more tolerable.
Think of it. No more caves, no more tents, no more running away. We'll be in a city with roads and markets and homes.
Go on now, don't waste a night like this talking to me. We'll have plenty of time together on the way to Moonrise.
Light on my feet.
Try not to get too close, Cal.
Yes. Remember what happened last time?
I was 8, and you magicked up a kitten. How was I supposed to know it was made of fire?
Patience? Have you no respect for showmanship?
Having performance issues, Roland?
hush you. And behold! Adoring applause? You're too kind.
Remember when he could barely cast that?
They grow up so fast.
Never have I met such troglodytes. Now, pass the wine.
It's a bed and a roof for me, but off you.
Are Roland and Leah actually getting along? I know you cut down a horde of goblins, but this is far more impressive.
I love you.
Look at them. How happy they are. We did that.
Me too. You're one of the good ones, you know that. Look us up when you hit Baldur's Gate. Be nice to see a friendly face.
Don't waste a step.
I need to dance! No. No, I need to lie down.
Sherry! That's infernal for cheers. Or possibly turnip. You recall how I love you very dearly.
Yes?
Are you planning to share the last of that wine?
The moment we hit the city. Let's look for our own place.
Roland can finally have his own sock drawer. Folded, colour coordinated, even ironed.
There's nothing more satisfying than a well-organized...
This might be the wine talking, but I'm feeling inspired. Thinking of writing my next song about you. But I need an angle. Any ideas? Fitting. You're braver than half this camp combined. That deserves to be remembered.
Hope you're enjoying the night, hero. I certainly am. Cheers to many more like this.
Moving ahead.
You came through for us. That's a change from most adults I know. Watching a bunch of old folks get dumber by the dramful. And when they run dry, I've got a few bottles tucked away to keep things flowing. For a price, of course. Go on, enjoy yourself. But if any of them sleep past noon, they're getting left behind.
Tiefling queens, frightful and fierce.
That's more like it. How many goblins did we kill? 10?
Let's make it 20.
That's my girl.
Aha, there you are. Come now, settle in. I do hope you have partaken of something bracing. This may well take us all night. Why, you're naming, quite obviously. That ballad was but a crude preview, a frame without its crowning jewel. Your nom de guerre. Something iconic, but not too much of a mouthful. We don't want to exclude the common folk, after all. I intend this tale to enrapture all. Far too much? This is the very problem. If you could set aside your many triumphs, carry out one defining act, not to belittle your achievements to date, of course, but besting a dragon, a giant, a god, perhaps? I must deliberate. Go. Enjoy your evening. I shall have work for you in the days to come.
Have to keep going.
I'm a bit lightheaded.
There she is, the woman herself. Let us raise a glass to freedom from tyranny. May we hew a clear path for the downtrodden to travel. To you, a legend in the making. And of course, to us. May our bond only grow stronger. If I didn't know better, I'd think you were reading my mind. Meet you at your bunk when you're ready. I trust I won't have to wait long.
Roland can finally have his own sock drawer. Folded, color-coordinated, even ironed.
What are you going to do in the city?
Thank you. There's that confidence I like. I thank you for seeking me out. Amidst all this merriment, I wasn't sure we'd have a chance to speak this evening. More's the pity you've already found someone else to make merry with. Just the two of you. Wyll's a good man. He may actually be a tried and true storybook hero. Then again, he's so full of himself, it's a small miracle he hasn't resorted to self-cannibalism yet. Far be it from me, of course, to question your tastes. Jealousy is in the eye of the beholder, or something along those lines. The wine might be befuddling me a smidge. As they say in Waterdeep, in wine there is truth. That's usually followed by, in water there is good sense. Good sense will have to wait till the morrow. But before you go, I know there are many things about me that remain shrouded in mystery. You've been very patient with me. I appreciate that. I was given powerful magic to consume when I needed it most. You've brought me back from the grey shores of death. The time has come to paint you the true picture. I can only hope my tale will live up to your expectations. Tonight, of course, we celebrate. I won't keep you any longer. Tomorrow night, though, you're in for quite the bedtime story.
On my way.
I have seen the Githyanki tear a screaming Neogi's legs from its belly to fashion into blades. Yet they could not match your nerve today. It was enough to drive me to madness. A pity for us you have promised your body to the blade. I've no doubt he will satisfy your tastes for the mundane. Vlaakith demands of me no less. If only I might lay claim to my proper trophy. Come morning, you will wonder. You will wonder how my lips might have tasted, how my fingers on your skin might have felt. Oh, but do enjoy yourself this night. I intend to myself. Gale looks particularly tempting.
All right. Hearts a quiver. We raised our bows.
Try not to get too close, Count.
None of that
poetic
Yes.
stuff.
Remember
Something
what happened
like-
last time?
Goblins swarmed.
I was 8,
but we
and you
were
magicked
brave
up a kitten.
and fried them
How
all
was I
with a
supposed to know it was made of
thunderwave.
fire?
But that's not what happened.
live a little.
Everyone seems to be in high spirits. I saw you with Wyll. You two looked cozy. Far be it from me to judge. Blood must still be running a little hot after everything. Strange. You know who I never thought I'd find myself caring for? Exactly right. Never gave them much thought. Certainly not that bunch in the grove. Yet we came through for them. We saved their lives. Odd. That's more easily said by some than others. But nobody's here to debate right from wrong. Share a bottle with me? I won't keep you long. I gather you've already made plans with someone for your evening. There. Some liquid courage. And try to get some rest too if you can. Tomorrow's another day.
Roland can finally have his own sock drawer. Folded, color-coordinated, even ironed.
There's nothing more satisfying than...
Away and have your fun. I have a myth to make.
I don't know what that means.
You have no idea how good it feels to see these people smiling. The singing we could probably do without, but even so, thank you.
You're handsome.
You're drunk.
Shouldn't I am.
Your song was coming along. Then things began spinning. Worry not. I shall return to it at first light.
Go on. The others will kill me if I keep you all to myself.
To think you might have known paradise. Celebrate now. Come dawn, we depart.
That's more like it. How many goblins did we kill?
Enjoy the night. It seems to me full of opportunities.
No, an owlbear.
That's my girl.
I have something to ask.
Toddlers are easy.
To beds and hearths, to dirty pubs and dwarven ale.
Very well.
Maybe we should forget the city. Live out here, under the stars.
It's a bed and a roof for me, but off you go, Master Ranger.
Without you? No.
I love you.
I love you.
Lie down. Then dance.
Do devils even grow turnips? Can't all be souls and flesh of the damned.
An adoring crowd, fine wine. I dare say this place is almost civilized. Not at all. But perhaps Leah had a point. What is the point in blades and spells if we don't use them? Though we won't need either soon. As Leroican's apprentice, I'll take care of everything.
Cheers to a night we won't remember.
Betrayal.
Elturel was the last time the three of us talked like this. Let's hope it lasts until Baldur's Gate.
Moving in.
This party's a bit more bearable, thanks to that pint.
I love you very dearly.
Yes.
What are you going to do in the city?
Planning to share the last of that wine?
There's always work for a guard. No, you?
Such exquisite torture. Don't keep me waiting. I beg you.
Best be on my way.
Fate spins along as it should. Although thou dost not seem to be in need of my services.
Yes.
We get along. None of that poetic stuff. We should have had wine more often. More warming than the fire. We were brave and fried them all with a thunder.
Remember what happened last time?
I was 8, and you magicked up a kitten. How was I supposed to know it was made of fire?
We should go down and see the water.
What for? It's all dark and muddy.
Private, too.
So?
We hit the city. Let's look for our own place.
I'm a bit lightheaded.
Roland can finally have his own sock drawer. Folded, colour-coordinated, even ironed.
There's nothing more satisfying.
Buzz of celebration quiets to a soothing hum as you approach your bunk. Though you seek repose, you needn't spend the night alone. With whom will you share a bed? Your heart skips a beat. What treasures might this night bestow?
You're still glowing from battle. On my honor, you've never looked more beautiful.
You smell ale and smoke as Wyll leans in. His lips are but inches from yours.
May I?
An ache grips your head. You see a flash. Bronze hair, pale skin. And it is gone.
Pardon, just a bit woozy. Now, where were we?
When the image comes, the pain is sharper than before. Like a mind flayer scraping its claws across your skull. This time, you see a full face. A woman, skin pale as the moon. Lips impossibly pink. But then, she changes. Pale skin turned to red. Horns push through her hair. Her smile cuts through your desire like a blade.
Damn it!
Must she ruin everything? I'm sorry. It's not supposed to be this way. No. At least, not directly. She's not calling out, if that's what you mean. But wherever she's gone, she still haunts me. A ghost in all but name. Sometimes I swear I can smell her. Sulfur and orchids. Stops my heart just to think of it. I reckoned I could forget Mizora, just for one night. Gods, how wrong I was. Please, show me how.
Wyll has slept next to you. He's still there when your eyes open.
You're more beautiful now, if you can believe it. You flatter me, friend. Surely a mere trick of the light. Yes, but also no. I've no proper word for what you are to me. I've never tasted fruit so tender as yours, but Mizora's eyes will stray only so long. Only a free man can give himself fully. Until my pact is broken, I'm never free. You're a blessing. I hardly deserve you. Come now, let's hurry it up. Legends don't write themselves.
I trust you celebrated most heartily. Curious. I wonder if the tadpole shares in your suffering the morning after. I'm glad to hear it. You'll need fortitude for what's to come. Moonrise Towers beckons. I've told you all I know, and now I'll join your camp to help you face whatever's to come. With luck and the Oak Father's blessings, we might actually survive. Are you ready? Onward then. We'll speak soon, I'm sure.
Breathe deep and move.
Scratch's tail wags enthusiastically. Scratch's tongue lolls out happily, his tail wagging even faster.
Back home will ever believe this. What path lies before me? Time to press ahead.
I won't forget it. Our night together, I mean. I can still feel your... well, you know.
What's on your mind?
The drow took Mizora, so we push forward till we find her.
If we're lucky, someone can pluck out these brain bugs on the way. Lae'zel's people might get it done. Gods know she sounds sure of it.
Go ahead. I'm listening. The instructions were easy enough, weren't they? If slightly elaborate. I find that a healthy amount of theatrics, a voice from the beyond, a magic flute, a friendly, if highly combustible magma method, tends to make for a more compelling case. If nothing else, I'm sure I piqued your curiosity.
Lady of Sorrows, guide us. Did you want something?
Another step forward.
I hear you did the deed. How was your little romp? You filthy devil! I'm shocked. I thought the two of you would just flop about like dying fish and then call it a night, but no. Shows me. But you're not here to gossip. What can I do for you?
One day I'll catch a break.
Speak, quickly. So I did, and he wanted only to talk. You both lack imagination. Eye to eye with bliss, and you choose banality in its stead. Should my pleasures need further serving, I know to look elsewhere. We need speak no more of it. The map could not have been clearer. We press forward, beyond the pass. Our cure is close.
Don't waste a step. Never wanted the easy path.
My friend! How do you fare?
My research turned up a rather brilliant technique that seems quite actionable.
It's not too deep. Just behind the orbital socket. I could attempt an extraction. I've a needle in my tunic, after all. I assure you, I've dreamt of it 1,000 times over. You won't find a more learned opinion on this matter, I assure you. You only have a matter of days to live. Don't dally, my friend.
Moving ahead. At the ready. Can't slow down. With haste.